What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering. I'm having a wonderful day. I do love me a disastrous video game launch. It's been a while. It seems like forever ago since Fallout 76 or the hilarities surrounding The Last of Us 2. But now we have a new challenger, and that is Konami's new free-to-play eFootball game, as already set the worst rated Steam game in history. Now, I admit, I don't know anything about your foot egg sport, but I do know it's extraordinarily popular worldwide, so I'll do my best with a limited understanding of whatever it is you guys call football. But this game looks absolutely hilariously bad. Konami's free-to-play eFootball is already the worst-rated Steam game in history. Players are heavily criticizing the PES successor's player likeness and animation. I don't know what on earth this is supposed to be the same. Why does his head look like he's a Pixar character? It looks nothing like the actual player. Konami's free-to-play successor, Pro Evolution Soccer, was released and is already the worst reviewed game on Steam. According to Steam 250, which assigns Steam games a score determined by whether or not players give them a positive or negative review, combined with how many players review them, eFootball currently has a score of 8%. 8%. How about some other ones we've got here? We've got Flat Out 3, Chaos and Destruction. Uriel's Chasm. We don't know what that is. That sounds like some kind of spicy adult game. Command and Conquer 4, Tiberian Twilight. Kinetic Void, Space Base, Identity Gasp, Roller Coaster Tycoon World, and Goddess. I don't really, and we got NBA 2K here in the titles too, but nonetheless, that makes it lower than previous worst rated game, 2011's racing title Flat Out 3, which had a score of 15%. eFootball has been getting unceremoniously slaughtered by Pro Evolution Soccer fans on social media, with many making fun of the game's likenesses and animations. The most popular image being shared shows Lionel Messi, the game's cover star, looking significantly less realistic than his FIFA 22 counterpart. One Twitter user pointed out that EA's character model for Pierre Saint-Germain star is far more lifelike, even though Konami scanned Messier's face and body as part of its partnership with Barcelona, from whom Messier used to play. I have no idea what they scanned. That can't be it. You see, is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's a referee in eFootball, and you see them sliding around flat on the court. I don't know. It looks like electric football. I'm not exactly sure. At the time of writing, the game has nearly 4,000 reviews on Steam, of which only 350 are positive. Some of them are joke reviews, including one user saying they like it because they like PS2 era games. This is a joke, one reviewer writes. The worst football game I've ever played. It is simply a mobile game. The ball weight is 100 kilograms. The contacts between players are chaotic. Nothing feels right. It's a shame. Watch in vain as four men stand around watching a ball because the computer has decided they are not due to receive it, another user writes. Battle against the referees who will allow your forwards to be dragged back, knocked over, and brought down while clear on goal, but will book your players for a millimeter of gentle connection with the opposition while winning the ball. You can see, please tell me this is, the face is just so sad. A number of PC players have been reporting the game only allows them to play with a max res of 720p. Steam should update its policy so that we can refund free-to-play games, one reviewer joked. Konami's already confirmed that the game's official Twitter account that eFootball would be basically a demo at launch. I don't really understand why you would admit it is so far from being anywhere near decent. That's the craziest part. I mean, you see them here reaching out. eFootball has launched. You can now experience whatever. You better get back to FIFA next year. They killed the game. I know I just play it. It's terrible. They actually did a decent job on the PS5 version, but as a fan, I really wish they could play. No one's playing that. Nice job with Photoshop. All these memeing on the character art. Although it was stated to only include 9 teams on release day, Konami has announced a new worldwide clubs event that lasts until November 8th, during which players can choose a wider range of teams to try and earn GP, one of the game's currencies. 2 whole years for this, and you could see what looks just what is going. I mean, it's just they both run over the ball and then fly and then I don't even understand. This can be spent on the game's first main update in mid-November, which will include new modes, including creative teams. Nobody's going to play this. Although the game is free to play, you can also buy an eFootball 22 premium player pack, priced at $40. This includes a range of microtransaction content that can't be used until mid-November. I'm not sure that anybody saw this being this bad. Pro Evolution Soccer has gone free to play after Konami's revamp changed the name to eFootball, which, by the way, that's just a terrible name. It's not taking long to come under fire. Shortly after it launched on September 30th for PS5, 4, and Xbox Series X Android devices, players were able to see the release build for the game as a service title that should be periodically updated, but it did not have a great reception, especially on Steam, where negative reviews immediately made it the newest, worst-rated game on the marketplace. This is in no small part due to eFootball's graphics and player models like Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. Konami, you really shouldn't have released it in the state. This is bad. I mean, like really bad, like bad. One user said on Twitter, players are slamming everything from the face models in-game to animation, glitch, gameplay, mechanics, laggy responses, and more. But the graphics are what's really gaining traction online, as worldwide football icons can sometimes be shown with wild expressions and distortions. You can see, thanks for ruining my favorite game. You see, I don't know exactly what's going on here. He's running with his arms flailing behind his back. I don't know what's going on. Konami, you really should not have released this. Here's another Twitter video we can see. I don't know exactly what's going on, but let's see. His arm's broken. Oh, his leg's broken now. It's like ragdoll physics, and then he sort of falls. I'm not exactly sure what's going on there. It doesn't help that the graphic problems are affecting eFootball ambassadors Lionel Messi and Neymar, but it's making for plenty of memes. This is just the start of eFootball's inaugural campaign. Konami did warn players that the launch phase would in many ways play like a demo, but I would argue that this is probably really far from that. If we look at the actual eFootball review, there's 7,000 reviews, overwhelmingly negative. 2 years, people waited for 2 full years under the promise that this game was going to be groundbreaking. The only logical and possible explanation for how bad this game is that Konami wants to declare bankruptcy or something. It's equally laughable and sad. They launched a, quote, full game that lacks content left and right. They've even dumbed down the game plan settings. Terrible, just terrible. Konami just enjoys shooting themselves in the foot. I don't know why they bothered to hype up or even skip on PES 2021 for this so-called, quote, new engine. Game feels like the same old sluggish nonsense it felt before. In other words, there is no worthwhile football games anymore. I don't know, a lot of people seem to play FIFA, but they probably don't like that. PES 2021 is a psychological horror game produced by Konami Studios. It carefully blurs the line between gaming and politics, with concerns it was created to demoralize the West. If you love those moments where you have your head in your hands and consider breaking the keyboard, throwing the controller out the window, you'll love this. Watch as the game algorithm makes minor calculations and unpredictably based on concepts like team spirit and form. Watch in vain as 4 men stand around watching a ball because the computer has decided they are not due to receive it. I absolutely love gamers. This is a moment, that that it really feels awesome. So, okay, I'll have an honest review. First of all, sorry, my bad English. It's not my primary language. The game is worse than I originally thought. First of all, you'll notice the extreme lag. Second, I have not found many elementary settings, like changing the control combo presets. They said this with the new engine from the ground up. It is literally worse than PES 2017 and FIFA MHM, let's say 2005. Uninstalled after 2 games, they must have felt that PES Mobile is a success, so they created a PC console version. It looks worse than mobile. It absolutely PlayStation 2. I like PlayStation 2. Positive. I mean, I can't even imagine what some of the positive reviews even look like. Can I even sort by them? Let's see. 600 positive reviews. I love it. Don't go with the herd. Try it by yourself. What? Some of you have not even played the game for an hour yet. We understand. You don't like the change, but give the game a chance. What? The physics itself look absolutely horrible. I feel so bad for soccer fans, but you're in good company as a fan of football games and basketball games. We've been getting hot garbage for the last 15 years too. Hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.